So that was Marche Nunn, number 90, who was injured on the play as he's being helped off the field. Peabody has this ball deep in Milan's territory in the red zone, 2nd down and 7, or a long 8 on the play. Braxton Bogus is in now at quarterback, and let's see what we run. I don't know what Braxton's specialty is, maybe running the option. There it is, running the option. He's going to turn it up, but Milan was ready for it. He puts the ball on the ground, but they've called it dead. And so Braxton Bogus was in at quarterback, and I think he was in there for one reason. We were going to fake the ball to Ray Buchanan and let him run the option.
That could have been a disaster there if he dropped that ball. Thankfully, was able to recover it.
So no gain on the play, brings up 3rd down and 8. 2 minutes and 32 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter, sponsored by Eric Allen and the folks at Edward Jones in Trenton on the court square. Miller back to pass, and he's going to be sacked for a loss by number 63 from Milan, Dalvin Gillespie. And so Milan stands up on defense here, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Najuan comes off the field limping. Certainly can't afford to see him go down.
So 4th down and about 20. Actually 4th down and about 22. And Bogus will be in at quarterback, and so you would think we'd have to at least try a long one here. Throwing out here to either any of our wide receivers in this gold package. Bogus is back to pass. There's the pass over to J.T. Haynes, and Haynes has the ball down to the 8-yard line, and that's going to be awfully close to a 1st down. Let's see where they mark it. Going to be awfully close to a 1st down. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Golden Tide. A food right 1st down. Food right 1st down for the Golden Tide.
How impressive was it for that young man to come in and throw that clutch pass?
Folks, go down and see Food Right tomorrow and order some of that Charlie Biggs chicken. And they've got good products all over the store. And be sure and tell them thank you for supporting the Peabody Golden Tide and sponsoring the 1st downs all year long on TV 22 and E+ Channel 6 out of Jackson. Bogus still at quarterback. He hands the ball off to Ty Fields, and Ty moves the ball forward down to about the 4-yard line. And it's going to be 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 4.
Well, Ty did his best to get into the end zone. You could see it on his face. He wanted it. Another Milan player limping off the field, number 20, Kendall White, senior.
Second and goal for Milan, or Peabody, from the 4-yard line. Fields is running and he's dancing. He's coming through, and he's going to get in for a touchdown. Get in 6, Peabody! And that's another State Farm touchdown. Be sure and thank Amy Greer and all the gals down at State Farm on South College in Trenton, Tennessee, as Peabody extends its lead by 27-20 over the Milan Bulldogs here with 2.7 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
And that was all Ty Fields. The only thing he didn't do was hand it off to himself.
And Drew Sanders comes in, and the kick is up, and it's good. And so with 2.7 seconds to go here in the Eric Allen, Edward Jones 3rd quarter, Peabody has charged out to a 28-20 lead. We'll be back for the kickoff on the Ball Game Blitz high school football television show on E+ Channel 6 out of Jackson and TV 22, Trenton's local cable channel.
Hello, this is Ed Norman, broker with LA Realty of Trenton. I want to thank all of you for making LA #1 in our community. We aim to take good care of our customers to the best of our ability. We know that's how a successful real estate firm operates in a small town. Please remember us when you need help or just advice about your real estate. Thanks again.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Amy Greer in Trenton can help you get to a better state, because she'll talk with you, listen to you, and help put together a policy that has you written all over it, from cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call State Farm agent Amy Greer in Trenton and officially get to a better state with State Farm.
So we're back for the kickoff after that Amy Greer State Farm touchdown by Ty Fields to extend Peabody's lead to 8. And here's the kickoff by Sanders. Somebody needs to hit Wharton with that football. There you go, cut him in half. And he nearly dropped the ball right there on the spot.
I do not understand the flag that was just thrown.
Well, guys, I saw it. I saw what happened. I believe number 3, Braxton Bogus, was in there punching at the football when the kid was down on the ground, and I think that's what the official called.
Well, you can't do that.
Braxton's got to have a little more composure than to do something like that hurts our team. But that's going to be a 15-yard dead ball foul against Peabody.
That's going to give them the best field position from a kickoff so far in the game.
And so that penalty brings it into the third quarter as the Golden Tide is winning this contest 28-20. We'll come back for the fourth quarter tonight, which is sponsored by Rocky Top Barbecue here in here in Trenton, Tennessee. You're watching Golden Tide football here on the Ball Game Blitz high school football television show. We'll be back for the fourth quarter right after this.
If you have the audacity to believe that a financial advisor should look you in the eye when the topic is your money.
If you have the nerve to think that FaceTime should be the expectation, not the exception.
Join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and ThinkTime make a difference.
Join us.
Join us.
For 88 years, it's how Edward Jones has made sense of investing.
Okay, I want to invite you to come join us here at Food Right, where we specialize in our meat department, our produce department, our bakery deli department. A few emphasis on the meat department would be where we have signature pork, Food Right signature pork that is, no solution added, cut fresh, hand trimmed, and a product of the USA. Also in our meat department, we are proud to have Black Canyon Angus beef, the best beef there is. Also in our meat department, our chicken is packed fresh, satisfaction guaranteed. We pack it here at the store. Nothing comes in pre-packaged. We're very proud of that fact. Our butchers in our meat department have over 75 to 80 years experience by cutting beef. We have ground beef that is ground multiple times every day. In other words, it stays fresh. We can't emphasize that word enough. Fresh, fresh all over the store. Come join us at Food Right. Thank you.
So we're back for the start of the fourth quarter after the third quarter ends on a penalty on Peabody. I believe it was going to be probably a dead ball, unsportsmanlike penalty, as we were trying to punch that ball out after the ball was already marked dead by the officials. And so Milan has the ball 1st and 10 as we swapped ends of the field. And we are appreciative of Rocky Top Barbecue sponsoring the fourth quarter here for the Golden Tide. There's Bryson running the football, and he's going to be tackled immediately by Ty Fields and number 71, Noah Allen.
Exactly what you want to do is he bounces outside, met by two imposing Peabody players, stuffing him back inside.
Second and 10 from the 45, Milan. Powell's out to pass on a bootleg. He's going to throw the ball, and it's going to be dropped. The kid was wide open for Milan. That was number 30, Matt Brown. And I guess he was so wide open he couldn't catch the ball, and now he's grabbing his legs. He's got a cramp. And so, Joey, as much as we've seen Milan kind of beat themselves tonight, they've got a lot of kids that appear to be maybe not in the best of shape, which is very un-Milan-like.
It's hard to understand because you know that these Milan coaches prepare these kids not only on the field but off the field with hydration. It's not a hot night tonight at all. In fact, it's a beautiful night for football. We haven't seen any Peabody players really cramp up, but Milan has had several.
And you know, Joey, Peabody's got more kids going both ways than Milan does. And so it's apparent Taylor and Joey both. Peabody evidently is in pretty good shape as a football team.
You're really beginning to see the character of this team as this game unfolds. You know, they've had some things go against them, and they've not folded. They've not laid down. In fact, it's angered them. They have stood back up. And, you know, again, not only the character of their on-the-field play, but they prepared themselves well.
Well, let's take an injury timeout and get this kid from Milan feeling better. We'll come back with 11:22 to go as Milan has the ball and Peabody is standing up to him pretty good. You're watching the Ball Game Blitz high school football television show on TV 22, Trenton's local cable channel.
Rocky Top Barbecue, located at 414 East Eaton Street, allows you to eat in, carry out, or call in. Crowd favorites include loaded baked potato or tater, hamburgers and hamburger steaks, barbecue nachos, and of course, pulled pork barbecue. For your next party, get the shoulder pack, 17 to 20 pounds of shoulder, a gallon of baked beans, a quart of slaw, a quart of barbecue sauce, and 2 packs of buns for only $89.99. So come visit or call Rocky Top Barbecue at 855-0122.
Worst call I've ever seen. So with 11:22, Milan's got the ball 3rd down and 10. Arkell Coleman's back in the backfield at tailback. Powell's back to pass. Peabody's chasing him. Missed tackle on the play. And we knock him out of bounds before the 1st down.
On a keeper. Out of bounds.
4th down, fellas. Big play
and
here.
About 3 on the play.
It's going to be interesting to see what Milan does with this. Will they punt?
Down from the 47-yard line.
4th and 3 for Milan. And it appears that Powell's going to stay in the game, and Milan's going to go for it here on 4th down from around midfield.
That tells you something about their mindset.
They may be trying to draw us offside here. Let's make sure we don't jump. Arkell Coleman on the play. And we're going to nail him in the backfield as Peabody stands tall right here, boys, and plays defense.
Momentum shifts, and here comes Peabody. Up 28-20 with 11:05 in this game.
So Peabody takes over on offense after stopping Milan on 4 plays and are coming up big on a 4th down and 3 as they get penetration against Arkell Coleman and don't let him get his momentum going, and they tackle him for a loss. And so Peabody takes over 1st and 10 at the midfield strike. Najuan Miller's back at quarterback after being hurt a few minutes ago as Peabody's in their gold formation. And running the ball forward is Ray Buchanan, number 27. And so our two middle linebackers, Ray Buchanan and Ty Fields, have been our two most dependable players from the backfield on offense. And I know that the coaches were hoping those guys were going to be able to play defense only, Joey.
Well, kind of a throwback situation, and you know, you and I are old enough to remember playing both ways. The best athletes have to play. They have to go. You have to put your best guys in there.
Second down and 7. Miller's got the ball, and he's going to be tackled for about a 2-yard loss on the play. Ask Paul what time.
Ty Field. 2-yard loss on the play to Millie.
Tell me again.
Third down and 9, 10 minutes to go in this contest. Peabody has the ball at the Milan 49-yard line. Plays being signaled in by Coach Mintz, the offensive coordinator for Peabody. Coach Jacobs is the defensive coordinator. And Peabody calls timeout before the play clock runs out. So with 9 minutes and 40 seconds to go, Peabody calls its second timeout of the half. We'll take timeout. You're watching Peabody Golden Tide football on the football Game Blitz, Ball Game Blitz, high school football television show here from Walter Kilzer Stadium on TV 22, Trenton's local cable channel.
Dale's Recycling has 3 locations, Milan, McKenzie, and Jackson, and is one of the largest recycling centers in West Tennessee. Their recycling is environmentally friendly, and they recycle most metals, radiators, batteries, and much more. Besides recycling, Dale's also buys and sells used farm equipment, industrial equipment, and military surplus. For more information about what they recycle or their inventory, go to dales-recycling.com or call their Milan number at 731-686-2500.
So a very important third down play here, 3rd and long for the Golden Tide, 9 minutes and 40 seconds coming out of a timeout. We need to convert right here and keep the pressure on Milan. Miller's back to pass. He's going to be running out to the right. He throws the ball out to Buchanan. Buchanan's got the ball, and he's moving the ball forward. He's not down yet. They're pushing him forward, and he's going to have enough for the first down. No, the official's marking him dead at the 49-yard line or the 41-yard line, and he gets across.
I have to.
That was Ray Buchanan being pushed and shoved.
Of course, Peabody fans are not going to appreciate that call. I think he was a little quick on the whistle there. Looked to me like his forward progress was still in motion.
Well, as much as you wanted to let them play, sometimes player safety is a factor, and when a kid stood up like that, it's a judgment call, and the official blew the whistle. And so they've marked the ball dead at about the 41, and that's going to bring up 4th down and about a 1.5 for Peabody to make a first down. Ty Fields is in the game at tailback, and it looks like we've got a delay of the game.
I think that's going to be overturned, maybe.
I believe that ought to be overturned. It was never reset. The play clock was never reset.
Sometimes it's hard to say I'm sorry.
Official timeout.
Oh, that was terrible. That is terrible.
Just because you wear a white hat doesn't mean you're always right.
Well, the official will see after the game that is a terrible call, and we hope his supervisors are here. Of course, he is one of the supervisors of the Northwest Association.
Listen,
but that was one of the worst calls I've ever seen.
One of his colleagues came in and corrected him, and he wouldn't receive it.
Peabody.
So in a state of confusion, Peabody's not able to punt the ball, and they have to call their third and final timeout of this second half. And so we're going to take a break. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back as Peabody's punting the football with 8:38 leading 28-20 against Milan. You're watching the ball game Blitz high school football TV show on TV 22, Trenton's local cable channel.
Need a shirt or sign and don't know what to do? Call 855-1812. Having trouble finding school polos and jackets or even your high school fan wear? Then go to Bell Shirt and Sign Company, located right beside Peabody High School in Trenton, Tennessee. Come check out their showroom full of high school fan wear. They even carry school-approved apparel from youth sizes, junior sizes, women's and men's sizes, with some styles and colors available up to 6XL. Need a shirt or sign and don't know what to do? Call 855-1812.
Now, the ball was taken, fielded at the 5-yard line, and the official thought that he was in the end zone, and he called it dead. I hope that's not an omen for the rest of the game. So Peabody's in punt formation with 8:38 coming out of a timeout. Very, very critical right there. Peabody has no more timeouts left in this second half, I do believe. I could be corrected on that. But Drew Sanders is in the punt. There's the snap. And let's make sure we get this punt away. And let's make sure we get a good roll out of it. And the ball is going to roll dead at the 15-yard line, and Milan will have it 1st and 10, 85 yards to go for a touchdown.
It goes down to the 15, or we think that's where.
Well, fortunately, we came out in pretty good field position there, but let me tell you, that was huge for us, and could have been much worse.
Yeah, that unfortunate change of events might have an impact on the difference of this game.
Well, it looks like the play clock is still not set. Are they there now? It's set. That's the first time I've seen it reset in 2 or 3 plays.
That's true.
And so Peabody needs to stand tall right here. We need to get the ball away from these guys. Milan comes out, I formation, toss pitch out here to Bryson. And Bryson's going to be running the ball forward for about a 5-yard gain.
Bryson comes in for Arkell Coleman, I believe. Arkell just doesn't look quite himself after injury earlier in the play, but I tell you, they just reload at Milan.
Well, I think Bryson's actually the actual game starter at tailback, and as the game goes on, they usually bring Coleman in. But there's Bryson running the football. He's breaking loose, and he's going to be out for a first down. Out to about the 35, 36, 37-yard line of Peabody, of Milan.
Well, we're under 8 minutes now in the game, and Peabody just can't afford to give up the big play.
Milan in the I formation. 2 wideouts to the sideline. There's Coleman running the football. He's not down yet. He hadn't been tackled. There comes JT. JT, it takes a stiff arm to the face, and Coleman goes in for a touchdown. And so you got to make a tackle. It comes down to simple things, blocking and tackling.
Again, there's nothing sophisticated about that play. He bounces outside, both arms on the ball, and outruns us.
Well, you know Milan's going to go for 2 right here after bringing the score to 28-26. They're down by 2. There would be no sense in them making an extra point here. And so they'll go for 2, and this would be even a momentum change right here if Peabody is able to hold them right here for 2 as they're on their 2-point try.
1 is as good as 100.
David Rodemaker comes in on the goal line defense package for the Golden Tide. You would think Coleman's going to get the football here.
Timeout, Milan.
And Milan calls a timeout as they want to make sure they get the play called that they want to have called. And so Jeff Morris calls timeout for Milan as that Milan lines up for a 2-point play. Peabody still's leading this contest 28-26. We'll be back for the 2-point play as you're watching the Ball Game Blitz high school football TV show on E+6 out of Jackson and TV 22, Trenton's local cable channel.
At Raspberry Tire, we can help you with brakes, transmission flushes, interstate battery replacement, all types of suspension repairs, and alignments. We carry several major oil brands and tire brands, including Firestone and Bridgestone. Our service center can balance both passenger car tires and semi-truck tires, and fill your tires with nitrogen. With 30 years of towing experience, we can haul small, compact cars to semi-trucks, and we are the only wrecker service in Gibson County with heavy-duty towing and recovery services. Come visit us at 2216 Highway 45 Bypass, Trenton.
So coming out of a timeout, Milan has just scored. Made the game Peabody 28, Milan 26. Milan's going to go for 2 to see if they can tie this ball game up. And so Peabody needs to stand tall here. Marsha Nunn's in at fullback. Arkell Coleman's at tailback. And there's Caleb Powell rolling out right, and he's going to walk in uncontested. And that evens the score at 28. And so pretty good play call there, guys.
You had big number 9 as fullback that time. They just knew that he was going to lead block. Quarterback just rolls out and got a Trenton player within 5 yards of him.
Well, if you'd have told me before the game was 7:36 to go in the fourth quarter, it'd be 28-28, we would have all said we'll take it. And folks, that's what we've got. We've got a football game. You're watching the Golden Tide and the Milan Bulldogs on TV 22 and E+6 out of Jackson. We'll be back for the end of this contest after this break.
If you subscribe to the crazy notion that the financial goals of a lifetime deserve more than a 10-minute chat.
If you believe your financial advisor should listen as much as he speaks.
Join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and Think Time make a difference.
Join us.
At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
Hey, what's up?
Can I watch the Peabody game with you?
Yeah, sure.
Come on. Can you go fix us some popcorn?
Yeah. What are you guys doing here? What are you doing here?
We're watching Peabody football on TV 22.
Well, where am I supposed to sit?